So there's this new thing that's going to pass here relatively soon. It's called the Laken Riley Act. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So the act, there's a lot of pushback. So basically, any individual who commits a crime like theft or burglary. So before, if I've had several clients for whatever reason, they go into Walmart. I don't know why they choose Walmart, but Walmart, they'll still like they claim that they don't steal this food or they just steal items. They get caught by security. It says, listen, you failed to pay for this or that. And it's usually comes out to less than $100. Well, with this new Lake and Riley Act, it doesn't even matter the dollar amount, just as long as that you are convicted or alleged to have committed a theft, regardless of nominal amount, it's mandatory detention. And I used to be able to get around this issue because before I used to be able to argue that under the petty theft exception, anything under $250, basically it's like no harm, no foul. But now it's mandatory detention if you even steal a candy bar.
Wow.
So anything with regarding burglary, theft, larceny, shoplifting, which all kind of the same thing, assault of a police officer, or any crimes that result in death or serious bodily injury, mandatory detention. And that's going to be a law. That's not even like an executive action we're talking about. This is actual law where the Republicans and Democrats are going to set it into motion. So this stemmed from this issue that happened in the state of Georgia, where a young girl was killed by an individual who had no legal status, and so that is why they're kind of it kind of unified both the Republicans and Democrats to do this. So now it's mandatory detention, so you can't even bond out. So they're going to either make a determination to have legal status. If they don't, I mean, sorry, legal remedy to remain here. If not, they're going to immediately be deported, and that's
But Does the
so no more.
Laken Riley Act take away your Fourth Amendment right?
It doesn't take it away, but they generally it's when you talk about a burglary or theft, it's usually caught on video. So, like for example, the thing about the grocery shoplifting, it doesn't take it away. So they still have to show proof that you committed the act. So you got to go through that. So it's going to go through the state court for the criminal action. If they determine that you've committed this crime, however slight or small it is, then they'll have an immigration hold on you and take you over to immigration, and it's mandatory detention. So, but it doesn't take away the Fourth Amendment right. You still have this, the search and seizure issue, and you still have the probable cause.
Will this apply to minors also?
It can, yeah. I don't see any distinction between age. It just says they know legal status, so that's related to those kind of crimes. So, as a general rule, whenever a minor commits, it's not really that before, it's committed underage. As a general rule, it doesn't count under the age of 18. With this, I have not seen whether, it just make a blanket statement. So I don't know if age is really giving me an issue, but the way it's written, I believe it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
so no more stealing, no more. I mean, I even had one client said, and I asked him, he stole a pair of jeans. They were like $85. I'm like, why would you do it? He goes, I know I liked him, I just didn't have the money. And he was like 16, 15 at the time. This is years ago. And so I was still able to get him, some legal status at that time. And even DACA. I was able to renew his DACA years ago because he failed on the petty theft exception, which is something. But now with this, I think that's gonna
So I take it.
certainly it's gonna eclipse that for sure.